It's nothing like what you've heard of boarding school. It's much better than you thought it would be.
I think it's really does stand you in good stead for the world, for when you've actually got to face people in a working environment, working situation.
When I first came, I remember I was so shy, and now I'm not. Anything but shy.
Harrogate Ladies College is an independent school for girls dating back to 1893. It has a Church of England foundation. There are approximately 400 pupils aged between 10 and 18, most of whom are boarders.
There is time within the day and the week of a boarding school for almost anything that children wish to do. The girls learn a variety of subjects which will give them a wide knowledge, a wide starting knowledge of the world in which they are to move. They will be encouraged to develop their personal relationships, to care for each other, to live together in harmony, and they will also be encouraged to follow a wide range of activities.
They organise things, they have whole weekends out, and like this next weekend coming up we're going camping.
Generally, I feel that it's a great fun place to be in. Lots of good friendships, which are lasting.
It's great fun and there's a lot to do if you want to have a go at it.
The college has an excellent academic record. There is an extremely wide range of courses leading to GCSE O-level and A-level exams.
The academic life is a first priority because children come here to study, to learn, to qualify themselves for their future existence. And both children and parents expect that they will be taught properly, that they will be shown how to study, that they will be shown how to find their studies of great interest and find stimulus for themselves, both personally and professionally in them. And that, above all, they will learn how to do the best work they can.
So this is low pressure on the top, and this is high pressure, like in the book here.
I've got a record here of the work you have done this term.
The development of every girl is carefully monitored, and the headmistress goes through reports at the end of each term, looking always for progress rather than simply results.
It is not just a question of high academic achievement. It is making the best of all the gifts and all the talents and all the potential you have.
Although the girls go to lessons and have meals in the main school, the rest of the time they spend in their houses.
There are 8 all-age houses from the age of 11 to 17. The all-age house provides a secure framework. The housemistress, assistant housemistress, is quite small, about 35 to 40 girls all told. And the girls in that, as in a family, share their life. They have common rooms, they share bedrooms with their own age groups.
Different houses vary. I mean, each house has a certain sort of atmosphere, and I think our house particularly is very friendly.
It's difficult in a way because you are tending to live in people's pockets, but there's only one age group in each room, so you do learn to sort of put up with people's moods.
This big one here, he's 15, but the little ones...
There's a good deal, of course, of social life which is based on the house. House fetes, house competitions, endless house teams. A good deal goes on in that respect. But above all, in the house structure, they learn how to live together, how to care about each other, and how to establish lasting friendships.
Girls reaching the upper 6th live in Tower House, where they are free to plan their days as they wish.
Tower is an extension of the sixth form. You move from the lower sixth into Tower, into a separate house with all your friends, because each of the lower sixes is separate in that they live in each of the 8 boarding houses, and you all come together, all those friends that you've been with during the day in classroom, etc. And you just all learn to live together. It was a bit of a problem at the beginning because we thought that it wouldn't go very well, you know, clashing of people's temperaments, etc. But it's gone remarkably well if you realise you've got to live with them. You just get on with it, really.
Down, up, down, begin to jog in place. Little steps.
No first-class education would be complete without a wide range of opportunities away from the classroom.
It's all yours, Liz, go!
In the winter, lacrosse and netball are the main outdoor games, with tennis, rounders and athletics taking over for the summer months.
Sport is extremely important to some girls for whom it becomes a major interest. To others it is not. But even so, everybody does something, even if the sixth form only take to jogging and aerobics and a couple of swims a week. They will maintain themselves in good health and the kind of physical happiness that young people need.
I suppose you are forced out onto the pitch when you're younger, but then there are always going to be people who want to do PE and others who really would prefer to be sitting indoors with a cup of cocoa or something silly. But I suppose I admit I like going outside and playing lacrosse. It's my favourite.
Music has for a long time been held in high esteem at the college. It boasts an orchestra, 3 choirs, and brass and string ensembles. The college believes music should be a part of every girl's education, and the music school, with its teaching rooms and practice studies, is fitting testimony to this.
Music is one of the things that will make life worth living for you, when very little else will at times. And therefore, if you have a good musical education, and if you learn to love music, you learn to play a little bit, you will have a source of happiness for the rest of your days.
The beautiful town of Harrogate gives an extra dimension to the girls' education.
We like the girls to be involved with the life of the town. We like them to have the freedom to go to concerts, to go to the cinema, to go to the theatre. It's a very good town for cultural activities.
And then there are the Yorkshire Dales, where girls can enjoy the scenery and learn at the same time.
Well, we're on a geography field trip and we're comparing 2 Yorkshire villages. We've got to look at the houses and see how old they are and what they're used for.
And then the modern, and there's some very attractive modern estates. You'll probably find them at both ends of the village, right here. Yeah, take this one.
Whatever their age, the way girls spend their time off is carefully watched.
We say very clearly in the prospectus that a girl's leisure is her own responsibility, that we shall not drive them into any hobby. On the other hand, they will be, I think, questioned and certainly encouraged if they do not take up something, and perhaps a number of things, in addition to their academic work.
I like riding because it's a relaxing sport. It's enjoyable and you can let yourself go, because when you're at school you work, and when you get to riding you can let yourself go basically, and it's enjoyable. The horses are nice and well-tempered and they're friendly.
Girls of any religious creed are welcome at Harrogate College, but all must attend services held in the chapel.
The majority of us, I think, are Christian, or at least fellow travellers. We assume that Christianity is caught and not taught, but we feel that the Christian ethic of unselfishness and concern for others is the basis of our daily life.
And that could lead to a BA, a BSc, or another one in BA Social Studies.
As the time grows near for girls to leave, they can call upon a complete careers advice service. Stored on computer are details of several hundred professions and areas of work, backed up, of course, by expert advice from staff.
We can assume that probably 2/3 of every upper sixth form, 18-year-old leavers, goes to university or polytechnic to take up degree courses. And many of those who don't go to university or into degree courses are children who have chosen professional work, nursing, paramedical courses, even though they have qualified for the university, have chosen a profession that appeals to them more.
Whatever their chosen path, girls will always be able to call upon a wealth of happy memories at Harrogate.
My friends, I think I'll remember them forever, because we've all been together now. Most of us have been together for 6 or 7 or even 8 years. And living in such a confined space, you do get particularly close to people, and it's just like you're sort of one big happy family. So I think when everybody leaves, it will be rather sad.
Well, one of the highlights I'll always remember was the ball at the George Hotel, because naturally it's good fun and it's exciting when you get changed and ready for it. But also it's probably the last time when we're all together and you're with all your friends really for the longest time, for the last time really. So it's quite touching, really.
From the college's point of view, it'll be enough if they come to appreciate the teaching they have enjoyed, the traditions of the school they have grown to value, and the relationships they have made along the way.
I hope they will remember, first of all, their friends, and that they will maintain their friendships through their lives, because they should have some very good ones. I hope they will think kindly of their teachers, who have always tried very hard to do their best for them, and given and suffered far more than they will appreciate on their behalf. I hope that they will remember the pleasant circumstances in which they live. It is a nice town. The surroundings are agreeable. I hope they will remember the chapel, the outstandingly beautiful music that we hear, and that echoes of that will come back to them at all stages in their lives.